So, as you know, Elon Musk and Donald Trump are basically gangsters. They hate the courts, they hate judges, they try to skirt the law as much as they can. And lately, they've been calling for the impeachment of judges. Well, today, the Supreme Court is actually pushing back. Justice Roberts released a statement, and let's just jump right in. So, first, these are the headlines of the day. Chief Justice John Roberts pushes back against Trump's call to impeach judge. You also have this Chief Justice rebukes calls from Trump over judge impeachment remark. And then you have things like this: Trump, already on a collision course with the courts, hits the gas. And I'm actually really curious how many of these things that Trump and Musk are trying to pull are going to end up going to the Supreme Court. Now, already, this is from Elon Musk. He's retweeting, I guess, a congressperson named Brandon Gill. This is just an hour ago. Is going to try to impeach a judge. It says here, I just introduced articles of impeachment against radical activist Judge James Boasberg. He is guilty of high crimes and misdemeanors and should be removed from office. Now, I've looked this up before. I'll just say this. It's really, really difficult to impeach a judge. And I don't think they're going to have the votes to get it. You're looking at 2/3 kind of stuff. Good luck with that. And, this is where... again, Trump and Musk absolutely hate judges. They're going to keep calling for it. And, when you're someone like, Trump and Musk, another way to think about it is these people are criminals, supervillains, like in the Gotham Batman universe. It's like the Riddler and the Joker, take over the Gotham. And then the first thing they do is they try to fire all the police. They try to, stack the courts in their favor, etc. We know this stuff has been happening. It's not so easy, though, to impeach a judge, which Trump wants. This is the headline from Fox. Fox will say, Trump calls for judge in deportation legal battle to be impeached. If you haven't followed this particular case, they have 3 planes, I believe, and it's Venezuelans. Trump's and Musk will claim all of these people from Venezuela are part of a gang, and then they, going to deport them, and then they're sending them to El Salvador. I think we're paying these El Salvador $6 million to hold these prisoners. The issue is that the courts are like, hey, if you're going to do this, let us at least review the evidence you have against these people that they are indeed part of the gang and look at it. Stop the planes. Let me look at this stuff. The way the Trump and Musk people will say it is like, well, we didn't hear your order, right? Or, we crossed international waters. It's too late for your order, these kind of things. But I'm telling you, if you're a lawyer working under Trump and you're just directly, knowingly ignoring court orders, I think you're going to just lose your license, get disbarred, kind of stuff. Not only that, is you're completely breaking rule of law, and this is our basis of our system is rule of law. This is coming from Trump. You got to see the kind of nutso stuff that he tweets out. And this is Fox News, so they just print it the way that he writes it. So the cowl cap stuff is something that Trump says. From Trump. This radical left lunatic of a judge, a troublemaker and agitator who was sadly appointed by Barack Hussein Obama, was not elected president. So Trump likes to say all the time, hey, I'm president, I'm elected president, therefore you have to, listen to me and all bow down to me, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of arguments that the Trump people will make all the time, is that, well, that's the president. You can't question the president. Trump also continues in all caps many times. He didn't win the popular vote by a lot. He didn't win all 7 states. He didn't win 2,750 to 525 counties. He didn't win anything. I won for many reasons, an overwhelming mandate, but fighting illegal immigration may have been the number one reason for this historic victory. Trump continues in more caps and stuff like that. You guys got to see the stuff he says. I'm just doing what the voters wanted me to do. This judge, like many of the crooked judges I am forced to appear before, should be impeached. We don't want vicious, violent, and demented criminals, many of them deranged murderers in our country. Make America great again. And the more that you see this like Trump and Musk stuff, it's isn't it obvious these people are like these, whichever to say it. Let's just say this. From reports that I've heard from regarding what Trump does all day, he just sits around on his couch or whatever, and watches Fox News and eats his KFC chicken. And, usually his advisors have a hard time getting Trump to read anything or go to, important meetings, this kind of stuff. And Trump just sit around eating fried chicken and, tweeting this kind of stuff all day. Why are judges going against me? Let's impeach them all. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we have to deal with. It was interesting because, like I said, I'm just showing you the Fox News version, then we'll look at others. Fox, and the Fox story also says here, U.S. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts indicated in a statement that seeking impeachment is not appropriate response when disagreeing with a judicial decision. This was the actual quote here from Roberts. For more than 2 centuries, it has been established that impeachment is not an appropriate response to disagreement concerning a judicial decision. The normal appellate review process exists for that purpose. That's right, rule of law. And I know for someone like a Trump or Musk, they get upset that, sometimes the process could be slow, or sometimes you have to listen to the courts or your lawyers, right? It's not great to break the law. I'm telling you guys this. And this is why our system is in place. And, just the way that they talk, Trump and Musk, and because I look at this stuff, it's basically they're the that kid that's, when they lose, they just flip over the Monopoly board and say, you're all cheaters. That's the kind of people that we're dealing with, right? And then they have their Kentucky Fried Chicken in their greasy hands. And once you understand that Trump and Musk are not God, because some people actually they worship these people, right? It's basically a cult at this point. And I just want you just to take a step back and like just look at what the people that look at what they say. They keep going more and more off the rails. And yes, President, Trump is president. I don't come out all day every day and talk about, because this is what Trump does when he loses. If he loses, he's like, oh, you all cheated, and he goes to courts and he loses, and the court's like, hey, if you think so, bring evidence, and he loses again, and he just gets really mad. I mean, that's just how they behave. I'll be honest, it's embarrassing the way Trump and Musk behave, but at times it's scary, at other times it's laughable. Like today, it's just like so ridiculous, the stuff that Trump says. And then when you look at the contrasting language from John Roberts, a Chief Justice, compared to what Trump isn't it obvious to people? You also have this. This is also more from the Roberts statement. We do not have Obama judges or Trump judges, Bush judges, or Clinton judges. What we have is an extraordinary group of dedicated judges doing their level best to do equal right to those appearing before them. That independent judiciary is something we should all be thankful for. And I'll just be honest, guys. When I read this kind of stuff, I am thankful for rule of law, and I want to uphold rule of law. I think this is a really big part of our system, and this goes for anything that we do, regardless of your beliefs. Regardless of which way you want the political winds to blow, whatever case that someone has, tell it to a judge, present your evidence, right? Make your arguments in court. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me on any number of things. Tell it to a judge. Make your case. Make your arguments in court. If you feel like there's gross things going on, take it to Congress. Testify. Go on the record, right? Swear that you're going to tell the truth. These kind of things, like this is just part of our system. And just because things don't go your way, you're going to flip over the Monopoly board and you want to call the impeachment of judges, etc. That's what Trump and Musk want to do. And I just want to call this stuff out. I'm happy that Chief Justice John Roberts can say here criticizes Trump's call to impeach judges. He usually doesn't make statements like this, and so this is I think a turn in the system. What'll be interesting, where we go from here. Because for me, I don't know how people who like Trump and Musk, I don't know how they respond to this stuff. I mean, when I just show you the words of Trump, are all these people out there in the world in agreement? Oh yeah, that's how I want the president to talk. All caps, calling everyone lunatics, nonstop, calling for impeachment. Everybody, arresting people without warrants. These kind of things. Is that the world that you want? Because it's fascinating, the people who I thought, right, say the ones who always preach every day that they hate government and these kind of things. Aren't those the kind of people that absolutely do not want necessarily the government to come in and just do what they want whenever they want? I mean, you should want to live in a system again where judges review things and be like, hey, okay, it looks like you have the evidence in place, go ahead, right? That's kind of stuff. That's our system. And so the main thing I always say all the time, if Trump and Musk were doing things the right way, they wouldn't be trying to hurry it as fast as they can. They wouldn't be doing these weird hours or on weekends, etc. And their biggest complaints is that they hate judges. And so be on the right side of history with this stuff. Like I said, I think many of the lawyers that are working with Trump will lose their licenses, get disbarred, this kind of things if you're ignoring court orders. And this is where we're at. And I hope things turn out for the best, and I hope the courts, uphold the law, right? If what Trump and Musk are doing are right, so be it. If Trump and Musk are doing things that are unconstitutional, again, so be it. Just rule of law, guys. This is a key to our system, and that's my thoughts on this. And I want to hear yours. So thank you for watching.